So I want to give you a reminder and go back to SwitchExample.c. When we looked at that code before, we saw some utilization of branch if equal to 0 and branch if equal. Now I want to take it and instead of compiling at optimization level 0, instead let's just have the exact same code compiled at optimization level 2. If we do that, we get the following code with a new assembly instruction, SNES. So SNES is the set if not equal to 0. So it takes a destination and a source, and if the source is not equal to 0, then it sets the destination to 1. Otherwise, it sets the destination to 0. So if source not equal to 0, then set it to 1, else set it to 0. But here's the thing, tell me if you've heard this one before. There's 3 types of lies. Lies, damn lies, and SNES, because SNES is not actually a new assembly instruction. It's a pseudo-assembly instruction, and it is actually a SALT-U. So let's get rid of that odious SNES and see the SALT-U. New assembly instruction, SALT-U. And I'm going to say to pronounce these next instructions as SALT, and there's going to be 4 variants of them. So SALT-U is set if less than unsigned comparison. So set if less than is going to take 2 parameters now, a source 1 and a source 2. And if source 1 is less than source 2, then it's going to set the destination to 1, else it's going to set it to 0. And the key thing about SALT-U is that it is an unsigned comparison. So this less than is unsigned. They will not be treated as signed numbers, so they can't be treated as negative. So if we said SNES is actually just SALT-U with a X0, with a 0, hard-coded 0 in the source 1 register, then what it's doing is it's if 0 is less than your number, and your number is unsigned, so it can't possibly be treated as a negative number, well then basically everything except 0 is going to set 1 because nothing else is less than 0. But 0 is equal to 0, so that won't be true, and instead it'll go to the if, and it'll set the destination to 0. So SNES, set if not 0, which means everything's not 0 except 0. Okay, so go ahead and stop, walk through the assembly, and check your understanding.